Hello friends, welcome back to my channel. Thank you for stopping in. If this is your first time visiting, welcome. If you're returning, welcome back. So tonight I was working on some epoxy jewelry pieces and I was doing some pendants and thought, I would share with you how I finish the ends of my cords. I know that when I first started doing this, it took me a while to figure out what worked on cords to give me an easy finish that wasn't too expensive. So I thought that I would share them with you. Now, I prefer to use cord instead of chains with, fake metals in them. And the reason for that is because I know a lot of people are allergic to different alloys. So I just prefer to use cord. So I like different cords. I'll use silk cord or like this natural hemp cord or like leather cord, all different kinds. But I basically always use two ways to end them. And I'm just going to show you. They're simple and inexpensive. So we'll start with this piece of leather cord. So this is floral wire. I picked this up at the Dollar Tree. It's very inexpensive. Of course, it's $1 because it's at the Dollar Tree, but you get a lot in it, and it really doesn't take much. Now, when I'm doing this, I'll go ahead and put my eye hook on, even though I know I can just open it up, but that's just what I do. So I take this, I put the eye hook on, and I fold over the leather cord, and then I take my wire and I just wrap it. Now, I'm going to do this kind of quickly for the sake of this video. If I were actually doing this for a gift or anything like that, then I'm going to take my time, and as I wrap it, I'm going to make sure that I'm wrapping very evenly, making sure that everything, is flush up against each other. I want to make sure that I wrap both ends in the same direction, meaning like folding my leather over the same way and all of that. So I'm doing this, quickly because of the video, but I would actually, sit down and just make sure that I'm getting this nice and even and that everything looks good. It looks professional and nice and flush. And then I just go up, as far as I feel like I need to. And then I will cut off any excess that I have. And then the cord, you can get so many places. You can get it at Hobby Lobby. You can get it at Walmart. You can get it at Michael's. You can get it online. There are so many different places. And, there's so many different price points. And then I just take my needle nose pliers and just fold it down. I want to make sure that it's nice and flush, that everything is, sorry for hitting the camera, that everything is sitting well and flat. Then I just kind of go in and crimp everything. And so then I have my end on, and I can just put, whatever I need to on the end to hook everything together. So I know I didn't do a great job on that because I'm just kind of in a hurry for the sake of this video, but definitely, just make sure that it all looks nice. But that's a very inexpensive way to do your cord jewelry. Now, the other way that I also like and I use often. And this is my favorite one. I'm just going to cut off a small piece. So I have these that are called, these are called cord end crimps. So these come in a variety of sizes. You can get them in different shapes. So these particular ones that I have here are ones that you lay the cord into and then you crimp each side. But they have some that are like a tube that you push the cord up into, and you push the cord into it and then you crimp the ends that way. So as you can see, there are different sizes. These are a little hard to show you, and I'm sorry for that, but there are different sizes of them to fit different size cords. So I would suggest you have a variety of them. And the reason for that is because sometimes your cord and your crimping end doesn't match up the way that you expect it to. So you'll do yourself a service if you have several, just several different sizes on hand. So I like to glue my cord in for a little extra protection, just a tiny little drop. And this is the Elaine's Jewelry and Metal Glue. It's a 3-pack of these for like $2.97 at Walmart, and they work really well. And then, so this is a little hard for me to hold and show you and film and all that stuff, but I'm going to do my best. Sorry. So these are great. You just take it and you put your end in, and you want your end to be flush with the end of the clamp. And you don't want it sticking way out. It will get in the way of your hole. It won't look professional. And they're really hard to get in there and trim it off neatly once you've put it together. So I got to hold it pretty tight. And for me, sometimes these smaller things are a little harder to see these days. So I put it in. And then there's 2 little pieces there. So you're going to take the end of your pliers and you push one side down. Oh, sorry. And yep, it's a pain sometimes. So get underneath it and you want to push one side down. There we go. And once you get one side, then the other side is really easy. So now I'm going to take the other side, and I'm just going to take my pliers and I'm going to push that down. And it's also a lot easier when you're not trying to film it and show people. All right. So as you can see, it's in there and it looks good. It's nice and tight, and it doesn't come off. And then from there, I will just take my jump ring and put it on. And then if I'm doing a lobster claw or something, of course, I'll put that on as well on one end of it. And then the other end will just be a jump ring, of course. And then I'm going to put this together. Just make it nice and flush. And then for me, I like to either take a little piece of epoxy or my glue, and then I like to glue right there on the end where I've put my jump ring on, so that it doesn't, just come off, open up and come off like that. Because these pieces are thin, so it's easy for them to come out. So I like to, even when you get it nice and flush, it's really hard to get it flush enough that you don't have to worry about it without it being, overlapping. And, overlapping just doesn't really look great. So when I get it like that, I will just take and put either a little bit of glue, or if I'm working with epoxy, I'll take a toothpick and put a little piece of epoxy on it as well. And then that way, and then once it dries, your hooks in place and you don't have to worry about it pulling out. So it's as simple as that. It's really, really easy, but that's how I finish the ends of my cords. So this is my preference. I do sometimes use the other one. The other one is the less expensive way, but it takes a little bit more time because you really have to sit, and for it to look nice, you have to sit and, wrap it so that everything is flush and looks good. But it does work, and it works. It works well. And then when you take your time to do it, it does work nice, and and it'll look nice. All right. Hey, listen, I hope you guys have a blessed and beautiful night. I hope this was helpful, and I'll see you later, friends. Bye.